Mackenzie Scott was born as Mackenzie Tuttle on April 7, 1970, in San Francisco, California. Her father is Jason Baker Tuttle. He is an investment banker and financial advisor. Her mother is Holiday Robin Cumming, a homemaker who is active in religious and philanthropic efforts. Welcome to Documentary Time channel. As you know, we make documentaries about iconic people, so make sure you subscribe to keep getting these updates and these topics. Mackenzie was raised in a wealthy, intellectually supportive household in San Francisco alongside her two brothers. She displayed a gift for writing from an early age, writing a 142-page manuscript titled Bookworm when she was 6 years old. Mackenzie attended the elite boarding school, the Hotchkiss School, in Connecticut, graduating in 1988. She also attended Princeton University, majoring in English and graduating in 1992. During her college years, her family experienced financial hardship, requiring her to work over 30 hours a week alongside her studies. Mentored by Nobel Prize-winning author Toni Morrison, who praised her as one of the most talented students of her career. After graduating from Princeton in 1992, Scott moved to New York City and worked as a research associate at the hedge fund Yiel. Jeff Bezos, then a senior vice president at the firm, was the first person to interview her. They began dating shortly after meeting and married in September 1993. In 1994, the couple quit their jobs and drove across the country to Seattle to launch an online bookstore. Scott was one of Amazon's very first employees, serving as an early accountant, helping write the initial business plan, negotiating shipping contracts, and brainstorming company names. Together, Scott and Bezos have 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter adopted from China. The source of Mackenzie's wealth is divorce. In 2019, after 25 years of marriage, Scott and Bezos finalized their divorce in April 2019. Because Amazon was founded during their marriage in Washington, a community property state, without a prenuptial agreement, assets were legally subject to equal division. Scott received 4% of Amazon's total stock, valued at approximately $35.6 billion to $38.3 billion at the time. She voluntarily yielded voting control of those shares to Bezos to ensure business continuity for Amazon, which makes her entire multi-billion-dollar net worth stems from her 4% equity stake in Amazon granted in the 2019 divorce, as well as her role in establishing the company. Immediately upon the finalization of the divorce in 2019, Scott became the 3rd richest woman in the world and one of the wealthiest individuals overall. In May 2019, Scott signed the Giving Pledge, publicly committing to donate the vast majority of her wealth to philanthropic causes during her lifetime. She founded Yiel Giving, utilizing a unique, trust-based philanthropy model. Unlike traditional foundations that impose strict funding restrictions, Scott awards large, no-strings-attached, unrestricted grants directly to nonprofits, trusting their leadership to spend the capital effectively. Since 2019, Scott's philanthropic pace has set world records for individual giving. Total donated, over $26.3 billion distributed to more than 1,600 nonprofit organizations. Major causes funded for affordable housing, racial equity, reproductive rights, public health, climate change, higher education for underrepresented communities, and disaster relief. Here is the list of annual donations year by year. In 2020, she donated $5.8 billion. In 2021, Mackenzie also donated $2.7 billion. In 2022, Scott donated over $3.5 billion. In 2023, she again donated $2.1 billion. In 2024, Scott donated $2.6 billion. In 2025, Mackenzie donated $7 to $7.1 billion, accounting for nearly a third of all major individual mega-donations in the U.S. that year. Despite giving away over $26 billion, appreciation in Amazon stock price has kept her net worth estimated between $30 billion and $40 billion. Donation is a good thing, but some billionaires like Elon takes donation as a worser thing to the world. Musk reacted to Mackenzie Scott's $26 billion charitable donations, but it was not a formal in-person speech, but rather a series of public statements and social media posts on X, formerly as Twitter, alongside comments and podcast interviews. The discussion peaked when an X-user commented on reports that Mackenzie Scott had donated over $26.3 billion through her foundation, Yiel, to nonprofit organizations. The user posted, "Unfortunately, she's spending it making the world a worse place." Elon Musk replied directly to the comment with, "Sadly, yes." He also interacted with other posts questioning her strategy. When an account asked why she did not use $6 billion to solve world hunger, Musk quipped, "Maybe she didn't feel like it, man, shrugging dot." He responded with a 100% emoji to a meme illustrating Jeff Bezos watching his ex-wife give money to politically progressive nonprofits. But this was not Musk's first critique of Scott's philanthropy, because on March 2024, Musk posted and later deleted a post with stating that super-rich ex-wives who hate their former spouse should be listed among reasons that Western civilization died. Musk has previously argued that her donations focus heavily on causes centering on race, gender equity, climate and DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, initiatives which he contends are politically motivated and counterproductive. Musk has elaborated on his underlying views regarding traditional charity in various interviews, such as his appearance on the WTF podcast and TED Talks. Musk argues that giving away money effectively is extremely difficult because it can lead to unintended consequences. He noted that it is easy to buy the appearance of goodness while failing to achieve the reality of goodness. Musk believes that building transformative companies like Tesla and SpaceX creates far more measurable and lasting societal progress than cutting checks to nonprofits. Since her 2019 divorce settlement from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, Scott has pledged to donate the majority of her wealth. Her gifts total over $26 billion distributed to around 2,700 organizations. Scott's organization, Yiel, utilizes unrestricted, trust-based grants. This allows nonprofits, ranging from HBCUs and food banks like Meals on Wheels to climate and social justice groups, full freedom to use the funds as they see fit without traditional bureaucratic oversight. Philanthropic leaders and researchers push back against Musk's claims. Philanthropy experts point out that Scott's unrestricted funding acts as growth capital for organizations addressing real-world needs like food insecurity, disaster response, and education. Studies by the Center for Effective Philanthropy, CEP, found that recipient nonprofits overwhelmingly reported positive outcomes, expanding their programs without experiencing the financial instabilities critics warned about. So we appreciate the efforts you used watching this video, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Bye-bye.